It goes on and on and on.
Remind me of everything tonight. Yes, I'm in the zone.
Dreaming about the things.
The first reportage that I am going to evaluate is Kuwa's work. I like how she constructs her work. It is simple but brings a lot of information. Next for critique is for Cipriano. It was nice and was delivered clearly and brought information that is straight to the point. Next is for Ruiz. Her work was very well explained and has a nice objectives. For Agdeppa, I like it when she insert the data about the most country that facing poverty because it gives me more information about her topic. For Ignacio, her topic was good because it indicates what are the effects of if we will not engage to physical activities. For Lemonera, it is very well presented by his reportage. It helps me to understand more what he is trying to deliver on his work. For Uson, I like it because she inserts some information or data and it gives me more information about her topic also. For Yongco, her work was very well presented and has a nice objectives.
Hi, my name is Marnelyn Ruiz, and since I already read all of the work of my group mates, so I do some reaction or critiques. And first is the work of Hong. I just want to say that it is full of information and very nice. And for the work of Yongco, it was a straight to the point. And for Ignacio, it is very nice, but it has a little bit of typos, and it is not today's issue, but it's good. For Kuwa, it is have a lot of information and also straight to the point, and it's really amazing. And for Cipriano, it is nice very well, and it has a lot of explanation, and it is full of details and information. For Lemonera, it is nice. It is like an article and a lot of information too. And for Uson, it is good too because it is full of details and information, but it's too short. And for Agdeppa, it is full of information and it is full of details, but it's so informative because pandemic issue is not only in the Philippines but also in other countries.
Hi, my name is Carielle Fae, and since I've already read the works of my group mates, I've already do some critics to their works. And the first is the work of Cipriano. I would like to say that it is nice, very well explained. It may be long, but it is full of informations. And nice topic and title, accurate details, and proper arrangement of some circumstances. Okay, and Hong's work is informative. There's a specific date of the topic she picked. And also, I noticed that there are some typos, and it doesn't matter, but I just noticed it. And this is a current issue, so it's nice because it's all about pandemic. And next is Yongco. Just like the Hong's topic, it is also about pandemic. It is explained nice and straight to the point, but at the same time, I feel like there's something missing. There's something that I want to read from her work. And from Lemonera, for me, it's just like a news article. But it's very informative. It has accurate date, some percentage of population, and some ranks. So that's why I say that it's like a news article. For Uson, I like this topic. It has a accurate date and some datas about the petition. It is a short work, but it's very informative since it's only have 2 paragraphs. And for Ignacio, I would like to say that there is also a little typos, but it is a neat and it's not a heavy issue. Okay, because I'm also an overweight at my age, and it is a nice topic. It piqued my attention. And for Agdeppa, this is also a current issue. It's all about pandemic again. And since we're in pandemic, it shows some percentage, informative, since it's not only in the Philippines, but also in the other countries, in the Asian countries. And lastly, for the work of Ruiz, it is also informative, clear explanation. It is a nice work, but for me, I still want more informations, like date and some other datas. But it is nice. I would like to say that all of you did a great job, and I like and I commend all of your works. And that's all. Thank you.
The first work that I am going to give a critic is for LMA's Home. All I can say for LMA's Home's work is it is very realistic and very informative. The reason of that is she started to mention the WHO declaration of COVID-19 pandemic around the world. And besides from that, she also mentioned the different effects of COVID-19 pandemic for all of us. And good thing for that is she had to mention or she have a motivational lines in conclusion part. The next work is for Marnelyn Ruiz. All I can say for Marnelyn Ruiz work is it is informative as well. The reason of that is it is symbolizes as wake up call to us for the people to save, to protect, and to take care of our Mother Earth. And maybe I can suggest for her work is to add some reason how the climate change happened. Next is for Justine Cipriano. All I can say for works of Justine Cipriano is I'm really amazed of his work because it is saying that we are all proportional in this world. We must respect each other's breed. The next is for Carielle's work. I'm really amazed. I'm really speechless for Carielle's reportage because it says a lot of situation of the students to the new normal settings of education. And I really saddened to my fellow Filipino, fellow students to be specific, who committed suicide because of this new normal setting of education. However, go back to Carielle's work or reportage. It is very realistic and very informative as well. Next is for Chrissiane's Agdeppa's work. All I can say for Agdeppa's work is it is very informative as well because you focus to the biggest impact of pandemic in India, which is poverty. And all the data that she given is very completed, realistic, and revealing as well. The next one is for Yesha's Ignacio's work. All I can say for Ignacio's work is it's very instructive because it mentioned a lot of different disadvantage for being a obese for a children, which is having a weight that's not suitable for their age. The next one is for Auimi's Yongco's work. All I can say for Yongco's work is it is very truthful because it is showing the different situation and the different struggles for the student because of this new normal settings of education. And also besides from that, she mentioned as well how the students adjust for it. Last is for Kimberly's Uson's reportage. All I can say for Uson's work is it is very revealing because I didn't know that there is a testing for animals, test for humans product, and it's a wake up call as well for us.
Hi, my name is Justine Cipriano and I'm going to critique the works of my groupmates. So, let's start with Hong's reportage. As you can see on her reportage, it is very informative, straight to the point, and literally gave us the effects and brief history of COVID-19. Some sentences were getting mixed up or lacking of words, but still, you can get the idea. While reading, I can clearly tell the first two paragraphs are about the downside of COVID. But in the end, it tells us the opposite of it. She also gave us a little thing to pursue. The next one is from Kuwa. She is also very informative and focuses on interviews. It's a very good topic since depression and suicide are not much likely to talk about in the Philippines. She also adds the possibility of the pandemic and a new normal to the cause. At the end of her paragraph, it seems like an opinion or lesson to us, but it still gives us an awareness of the things we can do to face our problems. The next one is from Agdeppa. The first sentence seems like she's unsure about the answer, but she gave us the other reason why we're experiencing poverty. I noticed her second paragraph that she uses the word figure 1, yet there's no given picture. She can use the Philippines poverty to be relatable, but it's also good to use another country as her base of information, since India is where extreme poverty is likely to rise the most. In her last paragraph, she gave us some exact data analysis and has a source of information to be more accurate. Overall, she is very analytic and informative. The next one is from Ignacio. Very well explained of cause and effects of obesity on people, especially children. She made it very detailed and also has great sources for the news to be more factual. My only concern is her second paragraph is taken from the other news. But again, it's a good topic right now for parents and people with problems in their health. The next one is from Lemonera. He is very specific and detailed in words. Great news and topic for updating us what's happening on the vaccines. The arrangement of his paragraph is not confusing. Despite the news being not so happy, he still gave us an anticipation in the end. The next one is from Yongco. Straightforward news, need a little improvement on sentences, but it's easy to read since the words are not so deep. The last sentence of her first paragraph is like she's stating her beliefs rather than the facts. Overall, I think the way she constructs her reportage is to give us hope and happiness. The next one is from Uson. Her topic is timely, very self-aware on what's happening on beauty industry. No impartial on her reportage since she's naming most of famous brands who still uses animal for testing products. Very well constructed paragraphs, great source of information. My only concern is I'm a bit confused at the end as if she doesn't state who says the sentence or she is the one who said the sentence. And the last one is from Ruiz. Just like from Yesha's work, it's also well explained and talk about the brief history, cause and effect of climate change. A great topic or news because it gives us the information and awareness on our environment. At the end, she gave us a solution to lessen or stop the climate change. That's all. Thank you.
Hong's reportage is so detailed and clear, while Ruiz's reportage is locked with information, especially the important detail that needed in that specific topic. Cipriano's reportage is well written and I like the way he delivered his word. Qua's work are words that everyone needs to hear. It is very important because teenagers nowadays face it silently. Ignacio's work are well delivered and well written, and Lemonera's work are detailed and informative. Yongco's work also well written. Her capitalization and punctualization are correct and very informative. Uson's work are nice and clear and descriptive.
First is to Miss Ella. It was been a good report because it explains how this pandemic affects our lives and society. And at the last part of your report, it can give a positivity to the students that in the midst of pandemic, we have stayed home. Next is to Miss Marnelyn's work. It explains some of the reasons why this climate change is happening right now. Also how this climate change affects not only our environment but also us as a human. It was been a good report because it seems that you gathered a lot of information, and in addition, it was been a good because you add some tips how to help our environment. Next is to Mr. Cipriano's work. As I said to Ms. Marnelyn's work, it was been a good report because it seems also that you gathered a lot of information and you already have a lot of learnings about this topic. And about Miss Kua, we all know that it might be a sensitive topic, but you deliver it well. It makes sense because obviously you really collect data or statistics. You also attach those different reasons why they choose to put an end to his or her lives. It's good for them that you choose to hide their names and change it with screen name of Angel. Overall, it was been a good effort. And for Mr. Lemonera, when it comes to Mr. Lemonera's work, I've learned a lot because he specified those vaccine that was been approved already. Also, he gave us, as a reader, more information about those vaccines. And lastly, for Miss Auimi Yongco, also it was been a good report because it simply explains those reasons and challenges that as a student we're encountering right now. Overall, she described her topic that she chose.
I think the reportage of everyone is good because it all explained a lot of information and data about a certain event, like Stop Asian Hate, animal testing, status of vaccine rollout in the Philippines, and etc. The most reportage that caught my attention is the reportage entitled Stop Asian Hate. And I think the most lacking information in all of our reportage is my work, which is animal testing, because I didn't add more information about how many animals are tested in a year like that, and I think just a little bit more improvement in arranging the details. But overall, the work of everyone's reportage is excellent.